So, episode 13, season 1 finale of this pretty damn good cartoon, people. Between Brothers. This was a very good episode. We got a lot of answers revealed, as well as we also got the answer, where does Tiger's loyalty stand, as well as this whole love triangle between Tigra, Lionel, and Chitara. Where is this all going? And there were a lot of answers revealed, as some outcomes that we pretty much did not see happening. So let's get to it, shall we? So Groon made basically a tactical retreat. He did not leave. He just made a tactical retreat. So he knows that he was still out there with the lizard, because his lizard legion, because Panthro actually was watching them. He scoped them out, and they're pretty much outnumbered, while Tigra and Lionel in the astral plane. The elephants are meditating on what they're supposed to do. And Tigra and Lionel are in there, and they start to see some of their childhood. And we get to see something that happened in a way between them. They were in this forbidding ruins, and they were crossing this bridge, and Tigra was telling Lionel, let's move on. We all know what happened. You fell in, and things like that. But what we didn't realize is that Tigra pretty much caused the accident. So that kind of got Lionel a little upset. And Lionel ran off, and Tigra ran off. But Lionel didn't know the whole story. Okay? But we also realized that maybe this wasn't really true, because Mum-Ra was in there manipulating them as well. Especially Tigra's jealousy. He was making it more flourish out there. We also got to see back outside the astral plane, we got to see a classic villain from the classic ThunderCats cartoon as well, because Wily Kit and Wily Cat was asking Panthro, how did Groon lose his other saber tooth? Where'd he lose it from? And they told him that they were in Spidera's realm. So it was good to see that they introduced Spidera into the series. And basically in this series, Spidera was just a rumor. It was like a myth. But we realized it was shown that Groon ripped his own tooth out and used it as a weapon to kill Spidera. And that's how he was pretty much why he doesn't have his other saber tooth in this series. Back in the astral plane, we see more of the pretty much the manipulation that Mum-Ra is doing to Tigra, and pretty much to the point where he pretty much says, Tigra just is like, I've had it with you. You've gotten everything that you pretty much didn't earn, including her affection. So we all knew who her was, and a false sword of omens was pretty much manifested, and a great sword fight happened between Tigra and Lionel. And Tigra actually pretty much defeated his brother, and he kicked him into a hole that, like the same kind of hole that they were in. And once again, you see Lionel pleading Tigra for help, like, Tigra, help me, like, and it looked like Tigra was just going to walk away once again, which was very, very cold. It was like, oh man, that really bothered me in that. Once again, back in the village, Chitara and the gang are holding off the lizards as best they can. They're pretty much holding off, and we also get to see a fight between Panthro and Groon, which was really good. That was really fun to see. Until they even put down their weapons, Panthro was like, let's do this hand to hand. Come on, and that was great. Uh, in the meantime, we also got to see after the meditation, the elephants. Yes, the elephants actually helped out. They actually fought back this time. Their meditation came up with the decision. It's time to fight back. And when the elephants fight, they fight to win. They don't back down. And you would assume that because how big they are. They can just trample over somebody. And we actually got to see that in this episode. They were just knocking down the mechs, picking them up and throwing them, things like that. That was excellent to see. And back in the astral plane, we saw that Tigra told Lionel, I went back to tell Father what I did and everything like that. I didn't betray you, and I won't betray you now. And we saw pretty much that where Tigra's loyalty stands, which was very cool. For me, it would have been interesting, but the ThunderCat fan to me, since I was such a little boy, didn't want to see that. Didn't want to see Tigra become like a kind of a loner and, betrayer to, the code of Thundera in a way. And that was when Mum-Ra came into the picture, and we got another good fight between the brothers and Mum-Ra. That was really cool. Mum-Ra just looks so intimidating. Just how big this guy is. It was really fun. However, they were able to defeat Lionel, Mum-Ra, and get the other gem. But outside the astral plane, Groon is being sucked into the astral plane. We got to see that. So which makes me wonder, is that how they're going to explain how Groon will probably come back as a ghost or so? Because remember, in the original series, Groon was only a spirit and he was a ghost. So, but in the meantime, we saw some things that were just left us with cliffhangers, major cliffhangers as well. After the guys were able to fend off the village, we saw what happened to Pantho. He lost his arms they got lobbed off when Groon went through the astral plane, and I gotta admit, that was a little graphic right there. That was like, whoa, little graphic. And also, we saw that where kind of Chitara's affections really lie, and that was another cliffhanger. Like, it also makes you wonder now and the thing about it, Tigra and Chitara kissed, but Lionel saw that and he was just like, what? Like, open eyes and all. It just really bothered him. Like, it really hurt him, I guess, and it ended there. So there are a lot of questions to be answered in the second season. Will Pantho get his arms back? What's going to happen? Will he get, there are a lot of things that are going to be answered. How are they going to find the other stones? Will Jackalman and Monkeyan and Vultureman and all the other great villains and stuff enter in the second season? What's going to happen? There are a lot of questions to be answered in this, but I really enjoyed the first season. Sure, there was some filler episodes, but then I still enjoyed it very much. Very much indeed. So you guys tell me what you thought of the season overall, everything, the whole 9 yard, guys. Give me your thoughts on this as well. And this is Mount Vernon Kid, guys, saying peace, one love, stay tuned, keep it real, guys. Y'all take care.